should say narrowed down. She's got it dialed down big time. So she really enjoys that, and we appreciate having her still on board, helping us out with that. Let's give her a round of applause, you guys. Yeah. And then we have Laura Hood, who just kind of comes and goes. No, she is such a great help. She's always assisting, mostly Hannah, but if I need her in any other areas, she's right there willing to help out. If it's controlling the kids, if it's, helping with training and teaching, it's really, really good at that. So this will be your third year. That's what, your third year at it. So let's give her a round of applause for that. Continuing. And then we got Megan Andalus. A lot of you guys know. She's been with us for 8, I think. Yeah, I think it's about 8-ish, somewhere around there. Same thing. She has been all over the place, helps us with the songs, any of the stuff we need her to do, training, whatever. She's been right on top of it. So we want to thank her for continued aspect here in scouting. Let's give her a round of applause, you guys. I do. And then we have Valerie, yes. Valerie Martinez, who could not make it today. She had to go to a funeral down in L.A. So she is 4 years going on the running for that position. She's kind of been moving with this group, which has been interesting because I know with me, when I finally get to know my material, I stick with it, right? So I've been the bear den leader for quite some time now, and it works good for me because I've got a broad of other things going on as well. But yeah, she's been moving on, with this group this whole entire time, and now it might end up being her last year because her group is Weeblo's second year, and those Weeblos will be crossing over to Boy Scouts this year, in fact, and that'll be in May when we do that crossover. But yes, this is our leaders that we have for scouting, and we do want to continue to throw it out there to you guys that, we love this program, but I know they're not all going to stay here, okay? So we're always looking for people to step up and fill these positions as well. Let's give them a round of applause again, you guys, for continued support. Thank you. All right. Because it is the centennial 100 year, I ended up buying for each one of you guys, in fact, is the new Nevada Area Council's 100-year centennial council patch. Unfortunately, we left them at home. I'll give them to you at the den meeting, okay? I'll pass those out to you. Yes, thank you again. All right. All right.
How many years are you at?
Oh, yes, Megan asked me how many years I'm at. So this will be my 11th year, in fact, being a part of scouting. Started out as a den leader and moved my way right up into this position as the Cub Scout Master, and now I'm, 4 years now as the 3 years, sorry, 3 years as the Boy Scout Master, and continuing to do that as well. So really enjoy what I'm doing. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Okay, so I love this part because this is where I get to award some of the kids. And the first award, or I should say first rank, in fact, that they earn in scouting is the Bobcat. And we have several of them here that earn this. So I will go right through their names. Riley Root, come on up, bring your mama with you. Mom, you get to sit in the chair. Riley, congratulations on earning your first rank in scouting of Cub Scouts. Cub Scouts, this is the pin that you get to pin on your mother. All the moms get recognition. And if the dad's here, then you get recognition. Congratulations again. Let's give him a round of applause, you guys. Thank you. Drake Pierce, bring your mom up. Drake, congratulations on earning your first rank in scouting. Job well done. I'll give you that first so you can pin that on your mom. All right, excellent. Let's give him a round of applause, you guys. Job well done. Bradley Beam, bring your mama. Congratulations, Bradley, on earning your first rank in scouting. There you go. Excellent job, bud. Oh, wait, let me give you the pin first. There you go. Then I'll give you these. Okay, go ahead and pin that on your mama. Congratulations once again on earning your first rank in scouting. All right. And go ahead and stay here. Yeah. And Brooke Beam, come on up. Congratulations, Brooke, on earning your first rank in scouting. Here's the pin for your mom first, okay? Sorry about that. All right, there you are. Congratulations on your first rank and earning that. Excellent job. Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys know, Cub Scouts, they usually earn their ranks as they progress every year, right? Bobcat is a rank that they have to earn before they can earn any other rank. So it doesn't matter what age group they're at in Cub Scouts, that's the first rank they have to earn. And then the other ranks come towards the end of the month in May. Boy Scouts, completely different. They run on their own program. It's a scout-led troop. So they do all the hard work themselves. We're just there to help them, you know, as they need it, give them assistance, so they all progress at their own levels. One person I would like to give some recognition to, because this has not happened in probably 20 plus years is what we're figuring, is the Order of the Arrow. If you don't know what the Order of the Arrow is, it's actually the high society of Boy Scouts. Myself, I'm a member of the OA, so is Adam Toller is as well. This last year, we actually gained a number. And that person who went through the ordeal, and has to do it on his own, was Jedediah Espana. Let's give him a round of applause. Go ahead, stand, son. Yes. Yep, big congratulations goes to Jedediah for earning that rank. We haven't seen that, like I said, in at least 20 years. So, all right, move that for a minute. All right, anybody I'm missing? Okay, make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay. All right, if you have your Bibles, if you wouldn't mind turning with me, I'd appreciate it, to Psalms 71, verse 9 through 18. I'm going to make this quick. Don't worry. Psalm 71. And in verse 9, do not cast me off in the time of old age. Do not forsake me when my strength fails. For my enemies have spoken against me, and those who watch for my life have consulted together, saying, God has forsaken him. Pursue and seize him, for there is no one to deliver. O God, do not be far from me, O my God. Hasten to my help. Let those who are adversaries of my soul be ashamed and consumed. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor who seek to injure me. But as for me, I will hope continually and will praise thee, yet thee, more and more. My mouth shall tell of thy righteousness and of thy salvation all day long. For I do not know the sum of them. I will come with the mighty deeds of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, thine alone. O God, thou hast taught me from my youth, and I still declare thy wondrous deeds. And even when I am old and gray, O God, do not forsake me until I declare thy strength to this generation, thy power to all who are to come. Why do I share that, you ask? Scouts are young. Scouts are old. We come in all different age groups, as you can see. Just look around you, right? This is a great story that I'm going to read to you guys right here. It's called Scout's Honor. It's by Joe Kidda. He's basically a middle-aged man, okay, who braves going back into scouting. He did not do much in scouting, but he decided he wanted to attempt this, and this is his story. Are you all right? The lifeguard screams. Do you need help? I swallowed a lot of water and I can't answer. Gasping for breath, I glimpse my fellow scouts lining the dock. We're at Camp Mincy in Pennsylvania, Pocono Mountains, trying to earn our swimming merit badge. What they can't vocalize, I can see in their white eyes. The old man died. But I managed to catch my breath and paddle to the ladder without needing rescue. I climb up, embraced and exhausted. One boy looks up at me with a puzzled expression and asks, "What are you doing here?" Good question. 45 years ago, after earning the rank of Bear in Cub Scouts 46, I quit scouting. I stunk at tying knots. However, when a man reaches middle age, funny things happen. The work-life climb is no longer well-defined and becomes more about finding a sturdy rung and hanging on. Those buds you once shared so many times with turn into buds you share mostly with yourself. And if you ever happen to come across the Scout Law, you might recognize that you haven't been as trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent as planned. Indeed, what grown-up wouldn't benefit from a week at summer camp in Wi-Fi-free woods with plenty of time to whittle down life's priorities? Who wouldn't enjoy sitting around a campfire eating cherry cobbler bubbled in Dutch oven and laughing until stomach hurts? So in an inspired moment, I approached the Boy Scouts of America and asked whether they were able to take me up when I left off so long ago. It was too late for me to become an Eagle Scout. Yes, they said. The cutoff age for Eagle Scout is 18, and I'm 7 presidents beyond that. But I couldn't attempt to become the world's first bald Eagle Scout. Already had the bald part down. Eagle would take some time. It's 6:30 a.m. on July 14th, the first full day of summer camp, but already our troop's 17-year-old senior patrol leader is whacking my tent, flapping and yelling, "Wake up! It's reveille, rat-a-tats in the distant woods." Perhaps because of the bugling and the ache in my back from spending the night in the tent, it feels like the dawn of war. I dutifully don my uniform shirt and neckerchief, report for morning inspection and camp flag raising, and then join my troop as we trudge to breakfast at the central dining hall. 3 times a day, nearly 300 ambitious boys descend upon this hall in an attempt to stoke their raging metabolisms. Here in the days that follow, I will watch in horror as Fat Joe casually chews ketchup packets until it pops inside his mouth. I will observe another youngster consume 35 ice slushies in 7 days, each containing 28 grams of sugar, some along with a shot of Pop Rocks. No wonder he wakes up one night screaming about a snake in his tent. And in this same hall, I, a grown man, will be dressed down by an irate scoutmaster in knee socks for joining the line too early at the salad bar. Please sit down, he yells. But on this first day, I remain pleasantly naive. Breakfast ends with everyone standing for the arousing, a long classic, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Those are the only words, and it's sung to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. Each time you say alive, you touch your ankles, awake your hips, alert your shoulders, and you're enthusiastic, you raise both arms in the air. And you do this faster and faster for what seems like 50 verses with 300 kids. Pumped up on empty carbs and camp anthems, I burst through the door after dismissal into the fresh mountain air, flush with the promise of a new day and a new adventure. Unfortunately, my merit badge classes, with the exception of my near-death experience in swimming, turned out to be boring affairs. First aid ends up being a bit like a video game, as kids keep asking how to medically treat fantasy. So what do you do if someone gets stabbed in the eye with a sword? Then after a succession of instructors in orienteering, most of us are ironically totally lost. The event I had been anticipating most, the post-lunch siesta, turns out to be the busiest time at our campsite. Kids are cleaning latrines, building fires, and hitting things with a large axe to screams of, break it. It's refreshing to see boys being encouraged by to-be boys. Everyone is running around with knives and spears, and not once do I hear anyone scream, you're going to poke your eye out. Kids roam all over the thickly wooded 1,200-acre property untroubled by ticks or ragweeds. Shotguns are blasted, tomahawks thrown, arrows fired, all by kids. The muck hike is the purest expression of this freedom to experience dirt and danger. It's a mile-long trudge through the chest-high sludge. Everyone emerges from it like a swamp thing, but they all have smiles on their filthy faces. In these days of free-range chickens and cattle, and the scouts are raising free-range boys. If we see a scout heading toward a cliff, we'll let him step off, explains one scoutmaster, as long as it's not a big cliff. That's how they learn. Kids also learn through failure at this camp. One out-of-shape youngster had been eagerly anticipating learning to kayak, but he was a tight fit. And after capsizing in the lake, he had to swim his boat to shore because he couldn't climb back in it. At home, he might have been coddled, but out here, he had to deal with it. I start to realize that what's awful about camp is also what's great about it. You're not insulated from nature as most kids and adults are these days. You're part of it, living in the raw, as we were meant to be, which is memorable. Consider one Monday night, severe thunderstorms sweep through the camp and pummel my tent. Rain drips on my forehead. Everything I brought is damp. I lie awake in the middle of the night wondering why I'm here, both literally and metaphorically. On Wednesday, after the weather clears, one of our Eagle candidates builds 2 tree platforms, a monkey bridge, and a zip line. In less than 5 hours, no nails, just rope lashings. On Thursday night, we build a campfire. I sit around it with 30 kids and realize that my sense of humor has not matured in the past 40 days, or 40 years, Fart jokes, teacher pranks, falling over backwards in your camp chair are just as gut-busting now as they were when I was in Scouts. On Friday morning, we have pizza for breakfast. By Friday afternoon, the kids who drank all the slushies is out of money. To feed his sugar addiction, he resorts to accepting dares whereby he eats fishing bait for cash. He starts by swallowing a mealworm for 50 cents, then a night crawler for $1, and finally a butterworm for $2. But we make him hold it on his tongue for 30 seconds. He heads for the camp's trading post with a wad of dough. Being in the woods for long periods encourages contemplation. Perhaps one reason guys my age start feeling adrift is because we have little left to more ourselves too. We've moved around. The kids have grown, and our accomplishments aren't as clear-cut as they used to be. I mean, what exactly have I built? A garden shed, 401k? My great-granddad would laugh at me. That's why it was important to make my service project meaningful. This is the bar exam for Eagle Scouts candidates. You must conceive, design, finance, and ultimately build or execute some project that enhances the world around you. Some kids clean up cemeteries or build benches at churches. But as a bald eagle candidate, I knew mine had to be much grander. It had to be a project that was commensurates with my life, knowledge, and experience. The scenes that kept coming back to me involved the boy in the kayak and those meals in the dining hall. I realized I might be able to help these kids while addressing the national problem of child obesity in my own small way through scouting. So I spent 60 hours, Scouts like it when you track things, creating the plan for a summer camp competition called Fittest Scout. Points are awarded for making smart nutrition choices, having oatmeal for breakfast instead of a grape slushie, and participating in various physical activities. Boys with the most points at the close of the week earn the title of Fittest Scout. The unit with the most combined individual points is the Fittest Troop. There's even a Fittest Scoutmaster category. I'm proud to say it was a hit. The head of my local council even offered to test it at the camp in the future. At the end of summer camp, Troop 6000 holds a court of honor where Scouts are singled out for various achievement. Parents and wives are invited, a campfire is lit, snacks are served. This court of honor falls on my 30th wedding anniversary. My wife is expecting big things. I tell her to dress warmly and bring a flashlight. As we sit on logs, Scoutmaster calls me up with the rest of the kids to receive my merit badges. Everyone applauds me, the bald eagle. I missed the next meeting because after the last meeting, I'm well grounded. I'm bummed because the troop is nominating new patrol leaders. It's an important step for the kids being recognized by their peers. One of the Scoutmaster calls me the next day. When I asked for nominations for senior patrol leader last night, one Scout raised his hand. He wondered if he could nominate you. Maybe I'm a better man than I thought. Interesting story. And that's pretty much what it is. You never know what you're going to get yourself into until you actually go and do it. And every single time I find out, these guys can really surprise you on what they can do and what they'll push you to do as well. I continue to do the same thing with them, continue to push them and drive them in that direction to be able to get that Eagle Scout. And that's what we're shooting for. That's what Psalm 71 is really speaking about. Do we have a closing song, Dave? Slideshow. Thank you. I've almost forgot. Okay, I will sit down. We will do the slideshow. I did promise that to you. Yes, let's show the slideshow. If you guys don't mind, I will kill the lights. Thank you, babe. Kill my mic.
Well, did you enjoy today's service? I sure hope you did. Yeah. I just want to say it is a real privilege and honor for Community Church Loyalton to be sponsors of the Scouts. Sometimes we support a lot of different ministries, from the Philippines to Grass Valley to Belize, everywhere, and even in our local communities. And this is another one of the ministries that we see as a real important ministry of raising up kids, teaching them principles and lessons of life, and bringing God into their lives even in this way. And so I just say thank you to Jeremy and Hannah and all the leaders that take the time to do this, because it's pretty time consuming. And for the kids, thank you for being involved in this. It really is a privilege for this church to be sponsors for you guys. And I thank you for coming and sharing your ministry with us of what you're doing. So at this time, I'd like to say a little benediction over you guys, or prayer. So maybe everybody would stand, please. So now, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance to you and give you peace. Have a wonderful and blessed day today. Go 49ers, right? And yeah, gotta throw that in there, right? Yeah. But again, we say thank you for coming today and joining us. You're welcome to come back anytime, even if it's not Scout Sunday. Come and visit with us. We'd love to have you with us. But Scouts, thank you again for being here today. Have a great, wonderful day.
Very good verses.